Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608, and today I'm doing something a little different. Alright, I had a decent year in 2019. I saved up a little money and I purchased me a brand new shiny graphics tablet. This is the XP Pen Artist 22R Pro. And I got it on a really great deal. It was like 30% off. I have no idea if that deal is still active or not, but I decided that I was going to spring for it. It is a 22-inch, so let's see if I can draw it. So you know what you're getting into. It has two little wheels here. So this wheel over here, I have this one set up for zoom. So I can click the wheel. I don't know if you can hear it click, but it adjusts the zoom. And this wheel I have over here, I have set this up for pen size. Let's see, so I can make my pen bigger or less bigger. Let's take that down to, I don't know, like 10. Up there's my... Yeah, that works. And then it has all these little, well, there's square buttons here. There are 20 of them all together. I know it looks like I've only drawn 12, and they aren't all kittywampus. But anyway, oh, and there's a little pen holder here. And I stick a pen. Then they gave me a free pen with a pen stand. And if you're unfamiliar with the device, it's basically a monitor. This is a 22, so it's actually from here to here is like 21.5 inches of real estate. It's a good sized monitor. That's why it's called the 22, because it's 21 inches viewing size. And it is not a Cintiq by any stretch of the imagination, but it misses a few of the features and whatnot. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. And the one gripe I've had so far is there were some bubbles. It came with a screen protector on it, and there were some bubbles up here in this corner. I'm feeling it now because I think they've all worked themselves out, so we don't have bubbles anymore. But this device allows me to use my stylus and draw right on the screen. What year or two ago, I had a Artist 13.3 from X-Pen Artist 13.3 that was like this, except it was like 13-inch screen size instead of 21, and I loved it, and it had like 5 buttons down one side or something like that. 6. Did it have buttons? No, I don't think it had buttons on this side. I think it was strictly on that side. And I loved it, and it had a little wire that went off and ran to the computer. Ooh. There's a computer. That's its eye. There's the power button. And these boxes are where CDs go. And 3.5-inch floppies. Anyway, so long story short, I bought me a new graphics tablet. I upgraded, and before that, I was using a Wacom, whatever, Wacom Bamboo. That was 100 years ago. It did not have a screen, but it had an active area and a stylus, and it was like a really fancy mouse. So you would use the stylus on the tablet, and then you'd look at your computer, and it would control the cursor. And it sensed, well, you wouldn't look at your computer, you'd look at your actual monitor. And it would sense pressure and whatnot and make marks. I really liked my Bamboo, but going from the Bamboo to the 13.3, actually drawing on the screen, I love this much better. Well, before my Wacom, I had another one. It was, let's see, it had a thing like that, and that's where the stylus kept. It was a little divot, and it had this big printed area, and this in here was the actual active area, and it had dots. It seems like it had a piece of plastic on top of it, so you could like peel the plastic up and put like a paper or something. Then the idea was you could trace it on here, then it would show up on your monitor. There you go. This was a Walmart special. Well, that was a few days ago. Alright, that may have been... Good grief. It was like 10 years ago I had this thing. I still have it somewhere. Because I don't throw away any electronics. I hoard them all. Unless they explode. Or I can break them down into something else. But anyway, I had one of these, and I did a lot with this thing. But again, the disconnect from seeing my pen touch the paper. Because I'm traditional. I do basically pencil, and did charcoal for a while. I really like charcoal. But I haven't done much charcoal in years. Anyway, that's a piece of charcoal. Charcoal. There we go. That's basically the progression of my art hardware. Started off here, and then made my progression all the way to where I am today. So, what does that have to do with anything? Well, this device, I spent probably too much money on it, but it was a decent price. But I told myself that I want to do more with digital art. I want to get better at it. I want to learn to digitally paint and all that good stuff. So, I made myself promise I would make a YouTube series with me doodling or drawing or making art, like an art type series. And I'm going to hold myself to that promise. I'm just going to make a line there. I'm going to hold myself to that promise, and I think we're going to go with the title of JW608's Sketchbook. Ha! You thought I was going to do like a little case B. I did a big case B. And I know those are the wrong words. Deal with it. So I'm going to do something like JW Sketchbook. So let's set some expectations for this series. This is not a tutorial. It is not a tutorial. It doesn't pretend to be a tutorial. This is not going to be... it's not going to be speed painting. It's not speed painting. Now, I love to watch speed painting. Time lapses and things like that. I enjoy those. And seeing how someone else can use all these tools at hand and produce something really cool. But that's not what this is. This is me and my sketchbook. What is a sketchbook? A sketchbook is usually a book. That you draw sketches in. See, there's a pen. Except that's more like the stylus I'm holding, which is going to be terrible on a regular sketchbook. And all of you who've done art before, you know what a sketchbook is. It's a book of sketches. It could be anything from those lined paper that they used to make you write in school, with the red lines down the side and had that big margin at the top so you could write your name and title and all that jazz. There's like 3 holes there. And it had that horrible spiral spring thingy. I've used lots of these as sketchbooks too. Yay. That's not me. Or it could be a fancier one. It could all types of different papers and whatnot. But the goal of the sketchbook is, for me, it's learning. I use a sketchbook to learn. I use it to practice techniques, practice with new media. For me, using a sketchbook is all about learning. I use it to practice drawing like hands, or see, you get at least that many fingers. Or drawing figures. Oh, I think he broke his pinky. Anyway, practice drawing hands. That's a horrible hand drawing, but that's what a sketchbook is for. It's saying, hey, that didn't work. He doesn't have enough fingers. Let's see. There we go. And there's going to be horrible drawings, horrible doodles, horrible, quick, sketchy things. Like this man here smiling, except he's an angry man. Let's see, let's give him a jaw. He's going to be bald. Because bald men are easier to draw than men with hair. Let's see. He has this evil kind of smile. There we go. A chin and a neck. There we go. Angry eyes. But, oh, it looks like he has a tooth. Yeah, let's give him some teeth. There we go. It's going to be just little quick scribbles like this. That's what a sketchbook is. You can use it even to block out what you want for a real piece. Like if you wanted to do a drawing of, I don't know, like a knight in shining armor, you can use the sketchbook to figure out how you want the knight to look, his pose, and all that stuff. Well, he has white hips. Let's see. Anyway. There we go. So the sketchbook is for learning, it's for trying new ideas, it's for experimentation. And that's what I'm sharing with you. I'm going to share with you my worst. My worst, my sketchy, my horrible. Who knows what I'm actually going to do with this. Will this include some finished pieces? Probably. I'm going to try learning more doodling. In fact, I'm going to probably even try to pick up a paintbrush and try to paint something. Whee. Oh. I'm also going to try to use this not just for art, but for art. Learning softwares is another thing I'd like to do with this. Right now I'm using Krita. This one up here top. I've heard it's pronounced different ways. Krita? Krita? Anyway, it's an open source type unit. Let's see. Gotta get my blue back. There we go. And for whatever reason, I like sketching and doodling in blue. So I might know. What pen was I using? Oh, it was that one. Alright. I like sketching and doodling in blue. I don't know why, but I do. But this is what I'm using right now, the software. It is free, although you can pay to get a Steam edition. Like I said, it's open source, so of course it's free. Just Google it and you can download it if you want. There's a Steam edition that's $10, I think. I picked it up on Steam in the winter sale, partially because I would like to support the devs, or the development of this software, and partially because, wow, he has a long neck. See, that's the sort of thing that you learn in your sketchbook. Wow, his neck's too long. It's like a giraffe knight. These little giraffe things. Alright, anyway. Those aren't horns, those are giraffe ears. Anyway, I have some other software I would like to try out. Let's see. Corel Painter 2019. I think I picked that up in a bundle, Humble Bundle, somewhere along the line. Then I have a program called Art Rage. I bought Art Rage back when I had this tablet. So then when I got my Bamboo, I used Art Rage and I followed along with Bob Ross. That was kind of fun. I should probably do one of those too. Anyway, but I want to learn these softwares. I'm using Krita because it's the last one I was playing with. Art Rage, I might not use it as much. It's more, well, we'll play with it anyway. And Corel Painter, we're going to play with that. We're going to play with softwares. So, ow, I just kicked my desk. Sorry, microphone. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, softwares. I'm going to use this, not just the techniques and whatnot of drawing digitally, because this is a very different field than drawing not digitally. Traditional drawing. But it's a very different feel, so I'm going to try to get used to that. Well, better with this. And amazingly, this changing devices is also surprisingly different. You'd imagine, oh, they're all basically the same thing, they all work basically the same way. And yeah, that's basically true. They all basically work basically the same way, basically. But it's not entirely true. Let's see. Going from this step to this step, from the Walmart special to the bamboo, the Wacom bamboo, that was an enormous step. That was just totally different. I recall, this pen actually took a AAA battery you jammed in it. Well as the bamboo, as well as the other artists, the pen, well, the current artist lines I'm using, the pins are not, they're I don't know the, although I'm guessing it's some sort of RFID type thing, but they don't require any extra power. It's just being near the screen. But that was a good jump. Then jumping from the bamboo to the 13.3 many years later, once I actually got a little money. Anyway, this was phenomenal, actually drawing on the screen. And then here, my recent jump, this has been amazing as well because of parallaxing. Alright, let's see, parallaxing. What is parallaxing? Alright, this is slashity type line. This is the actual screen of the tablet we're drawing on. And here is our pen, our stylus. It's not a pen. Actually, it comes like that. It has a little replaceable nib. The nibs actually wear down. My bamboo nib was actually getting pretty sharp. It almost looked like a quill. Anyway, never replaced it. Anyway, and where this, where when you pressed on it, it did its magic and whatnot, and it moved the cursor on the screen, except they had what was called parallaxing, because there's a difference of what you see here and where the computer thinks it should, or the cursor is. I did that at the exact same spot. Oh, hello. That button was supposed to give me an eraser. It's another thing I'm going to be doing. So you think the cursor should be here, but it's actually here. And that's parallaxing. It's a difference, almost like light refraction in a glass of water. You know, you had something sticking in your glass of water, and it, like this straw here. Ooh, it's a bendy straw. Oh no, it's illegal in California. Anyway, you know, when it goes in the water, it might look like it's the rest of the straw is over here and like 6 times the size of it, of whatever the straw actually should be. That's sort of the idea. Not really. That's my horrible way to explain it. But the 22R Pro doesn't have the parallaxing, or if it does, it's not nearly as bad. Of course, going from nothing to the screen tablet, I didn't tell a real big difference. The parallaxing didn't bother me as much because I didn't know better. Now that I've gone to here, I'll notice the parallaxing more. But that's life. What else was I saying? Oh, I want to learn the technologies, and I want to learn the softwares, techniques and softwares and all that, because each one of these uses a different technique to draw with. I know it sounds strange. This one also does tilt. I don't think this software, yeah, this, or at least that brush doesn't. Does that do? No. Anyway, yeah, that does tilt. See? As I actually tilt the brush, it changes the shape of it. Up to like 60%, I think it said. Anyway, so, I come down, straight down, it does one, and straight down, or come like at a 45. See, it has a little rotate symbol. So this is straight down. This is coming at it at a 45-ish. So this supports tilt. So I can't be playing pinball. I like that brush. I don't know why. Also, I don't really sure why I like sketching in blue, but I do. I've always, even I think since this day, I've used a blue pencil or blue brush for rough sketching. I think it's subconscious because maybe I want to come back in later and like actually line this guy. Ooh. Something like that. And it's easier to see where I've been in with black and blue if I have a new layer, and we'll do layers and all that jazz. I also expect in this series to have lots of fumbling and stumbling around, because as you know, I don't edit, or as you may or may not know, I don't edit anything. Well, that's not true, I have edited before. I don't like to edit, and this is going to be a mostly unedited series, unless, I don't know, unless like my computer like pops up my name and social security number for whatever reason. I'm going to edit that out. Or it pops up my YouTube password, or my StarMade account password, or something like that, then I'll probably edit that. But expect a mostly unedited thing here. No clue what this is. Not a single idea, but it was fun to draw. And I also thought about music. Because I don't use background music in most of my videos because reasons. And I thought, do I want to do music with this? Because I'm probably going to have some like dead time as I'm getting in there and doing some like details there, like I just went silent. There we go. Yeah. And draw that little cornery thing at the eye. You gotta have the cornery thing. There we go. And it's my eyelashes. Oh, no, the eyelashes need to not quite. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Oh, they've got lots of eyelashes. Hairy eyes. And I do know the bottom lashes, they're not as many. And they're typically shorter. Oh, they got them some extensions. Whoa! Anyway, see, like that. There's gonna be dead space. So I thought, do I really need that much dead space? Do I need, like, some music or something going? Then I thought, nah. If you'd like to have some music, get your own music. Play behind here. You might not like my taste in music. I'm a polka fan. Polka and bluegrass. Although here recently I have been listening to I do enjoy my chip tunes and things like that. I was listening to electro swing for a while. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh, music. But if you really just want to hear a YouTube audio library playlist, leave something in the description. Don't leave it in the description. Leave it in the comments. If you've even watched this far, or you're planning on watching this series. I plan to do more art and less babbling. Oh no, that is a lie. There will be lots of babbling. Lots of babbling and lots of ranting and rambling. Ramblin'. Oh, I thought I set that to a ramblin'. There we go. Set that to an eraser. Oh, for crying out loud. Come here. Ramblin'. There we go. I need to learn my software better and also set up all these buttons on my Whoozamo Watch It. They all do different things. Like there's even buttons on here on the pen. But yeah. Anyway, expect to see that face a lot. I've been drawing that face with that weird little corner smile. I've been drawing that a lot, and I don't know why. Anyway. You're also going to probably hear me say anyway way too much. Anyway, there we go. Music. I wasn't going to do music, but if you really, really want me to pull some things off of the YouTube audio library, I will throw some background music in here. By throw some in, I mean I will play it while I'm drawing. I'm not actually going to edit and add it in. However, will not be doing that for StarMade. Alright. And I guess most importantly about this series is not for you. What do you mean it's not for me? Well, it is for me, it's not for you. And who are you? You is anyone who is not me. This series is solely for me. It is for me, and me alone. You get to watch it, but I'm doing this for me as I guess as a forced practice, as a forcing myself to get out there and show my horrible doodles to the world, to show people my sketchbook. See, there we go. Which is a horrifying thing, thinking people see my sketchbook, because I want people to see my finished art. The stuff I've deemed as good. Not necessarily this stuff. Yeah. Like my hand with 12 fingers. Watch out for Spanish people. Anyway, there we go. There's my first page of the sketchbook. That looks horrible. Oh, by the way, this is what a 1920 by 1080 at 300 dpi, in case anyone's vaguely interested. You need a happy cube. There we go. Alright. So this is basically what I plan on doing. Babbling, talking, probably talking about my my views on art and life and probably computers, maybe history of myself, who knows. Just gonna talk and do art-y type stuff. It's gonna be a lot of doodling, scribbling, trying ideas, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, playing with tools. I will probably take time and learn all this nonsense over here and see what I like and what I don't like. And oh, well, actually, that's kind of cool. We're gonna do that. There we go. Anyway. See, I said it again, anyway. I need an anyway counter. Every way. This is what it is. Like it or not, I'm still gonna put them up. I don't have any sort of set schedule, but I think I'm gonna force myself to do one a week. No promises that I'll actually do that, but that is the plan. I might do more, I might do less. I'm not entirely sure. I just know I told myself, if you buy this tablet, it's not going to sit there and collect dust. You're going to do something with it. Well, it probably will sit here and collect dust, because everything in this house collects dust. Alright, well, we got one more face. And expect to see lots of faces, because for whatever reason, I enjoy doing cartoony type faces. Lots of my faces are angry. And all of them have wonky eyes. Let's see, let's give him some square eyes. Well, let's give him some glasses. There we go. There we go. Alright. And some huge eyebrows. Yeah. And a mustache. And a tie. He needs a chin and needs some wrinkles. Oh, it's Commissioner Gordon. There we go. All right. Well, thank you, Commissioner. Now you just sit there and wait for Batman. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. I have been JW608, and welcome to my sketchbook.